Hi there, my name's Sarah and this is my first vlog. I've decided to start doing a few bits of vlogging in order to chart my weight loss journey with Slimming World and also my Couch to 5k training sessions that I'm doing in the aim of doing a charity 5k run in May, which is just about 2 months away now. So yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a summary today of what my reasons for doing the charity run are, and a little bit about the charity that I'm going to be trying to raise money for. Basically, up until a week and a half ago, I didn't ever run, and I wasn't very fit just before Christmas, and have been trying to get my fitness levels up since then really, and started by walking everywhere and just walking in my lunch breaks, taking the stairs at work instead of using the lift, taking the stairs in the underground, walking up the escalators, things like that, just to gradually build up. And then after doing that for 2 months, I thought, it's time to step it up another gear, and let's find a way to do it that doesn't involve paying lots of money for memberships at the gym. So I thought I'd try the Couch to 5k, which seems to me so far like an absolutely brilliant app. It's the NHS one, from nhs.uk. You just can download it and it tells you what to do basically through your headphones. So I completed week 1, and you do 3 different days, or 3 days of the same thing for week 1. And once I finished that, it's for 9 weeks, by the way, this program. The aim is that after 9 weeks you'll be able to run a 5k. So after completing that first week, I actually saw a charity run advertised for Ehlers-Danlos charity, and it was for the London Superheroes 5k run. And one of the reasons behind this event is to help raise awareness of invisible disorders or invisible illnesses. So they basically want to help make the invisible visible. So by invisible illnesses, basically, it doesn't mean that an illness doesn't exist. It just means that it's not obvious. So you may not know that someone's unwell unless they tell you, but it doesn't mean that they're not really suffering, because they may be suffering a great deal. So some invisible illnesses are known as things like depression, chronic pain, ME, fibromyalgia, anxiety, could be, and Ehlers-Danlos and POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. There's also many other invisible illnesses, so I don't want to exclude any, but the list goes on basically. But my aim is to help raise awareness as well, and to help make these invisible illnesses visible. And you might be thinking, well, why is it a problem? Why does it matter if you can't tell that someone's not well? Why do you need to be able to tell? Well, I think really one of the main reasons that I think people need to be able to just be aware that sometimes someone might have an invisible illness is because of the effect that not being aware has sometimes on these patients, people who have these conditions. It might be something which may seem as basic as someone using a disabled toilet because they need to, and because they may not physically be able to, for whatever physical reason, be able to go to a standard toilet, and they need to use a disabled one. And you know, sometimes these people get dirty looks from passers-by thinking, hold on, you're walking into that disabled toilet, or you're running into that disabled toilet. Where's your wheelchair? You don't have a wheelchair, so why are you using it? And this type of attitude does really affect people who have these conditions, because if it isn't bad enough what they have to go through on a day-to-day basis, they have genuine reasons why they need to go in there, and they might not want to go into that toilet, but they need to physically. So by reacting in a negative way to these people going into the toilet, it's only making them feel worse. And so basically I just want to help to raise awareness, so that next time someone sees someone who's walking into a disabled toilet and they don't have a walking stick with them, or they're not going in a wheelchair, they stop and think before judging that person, and think, maybe they've got an invisible illness, and maybe there's another physical reason that I don't know about why they're making that decision to go into that toilet. And it's not always just a disabled toilet. Sometimes it's a disabled parking space. That person may need to park there because they might suffer absolute chronic pain, or from lethargy. They might have seizures, for all you know. They might need to be close to wherever they're going, and if they can't do that, then maybe they wouldn't be able to actually get out of the house that day. So yeah, it's just things like this, and I want to help raise awareness. And one of the reasons why, touch wood, I don't suffer from an invisible illness, but the reason why I'm banging on about it, and why I'm so aware of it, is actually because my partner suffers with Ehlers-Danlos hypermobility, which affects her, but you wouldn't know it. She looks like a well girl. Most of the time you wouldn't know that she struggled to get out of bed in the morning, that she has to take several hours to position herself to be able to actually stand up out of bed. Otherwise she'll be completely dizzy for the rest of the day, and actually might not actually be able to get out of bed that day. This isn't just the hypermobility, she also has a secondary condition to that called POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I'll go into a bit more detail about these conditions in future blogs, but just to give you an oversight at the moment about these. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions about these, then please let me know. So I'm basically training to do this run, and today I've done week 2, day 1 of the Couch to 5k, and with that you do a warm-up walk, brisk one for 5 minutes, then you run for 90 seconds, and then you walk for 2 minutes, and then you keep repeating this in spurts for about 20 minutes, and then you do another 5-minute warm down walk. That might not seem like a lot to most people who can run, but to me, who's never been a runner, it is a challenge. And although I managed 90 seconds at a time today, when I did day 1, I was wishing for the 60 seconds to come. But each time I'm doing it, it is getting a bit easier. Having said that, I'm still only doing 90 seconds at a time, and thinking about doing a 5k in 2 months. At the moment, I don't really know how I'm going to manage it. But I do know that however hard it may be for me, it's not going to be anything compared to what the people that I'm running for to raise the awareness of go through on a day-to-day basis. So I'm prepared to put in every effort that I can to do that. There is a sponsorship page if anyone would like to donate to the charity. Sorry, I was just interrupted. So I was saying there is a charity page, the sponsorship page. You can find it at doitforcharity.com/Sarah Ryan. That's my page, and if you would like to donate, I'd really appreciate it, and I know that the charity would as well. If you can't afford to donate, then I completely understand that, don't worry, but I would really appreciate it if you could help me to raise awareness. just Google invisible illness, or Google Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or Google postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I know they're a bit of a mouthful, and it's probably difficult to spell as well, but I'll put it in the comments how to spell those conditions. And yeah, so if you can just have a chat to someone about it, and then maybe they might talk to someone, and they might say to someone, have you heard about these invisible illnesses, and you know, what is it, or what's Ehlers-Danlos? Just spreading that kind of message across, and just helping me to raise awareness basically, will help people that have to suffer with these conditions. So yeah, I would really appreciate that. And sorry, I've been rambling a bit. This is my first one, so hopefully future vlogs will be more structured, and I'll be catching up with you when I do my next day when I do day 2 of week 2 of the Couch to 5k. Okay, take care. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far. Bye.